Welcome back, everybody. BJ here. Pete the Wall over there.
Yeah, baby.
We just got out of SPO Live at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. Figured we'd run it down for you, tell you what went down.
And you know how the other week we did it at Stratosphere? We went to Stratosphere. We tried to do it there, but it was too freaking loud.
Too crowded, too loud. Wasn't going to work out. Realized I had beers at home. Let's do it here.
Cheers.
Cheers. So to start the night out, we had a matchup between Pedro Pablo and Sam Reaper. This one surprised me. Pedro Pablo has been on a little bit of a losing streak lately, and that losing streak continued.
Dude, that match was hard-hitting, and there was a couple times where I'm like, all right, Sammy's shown a lot of life here. You know, he's really attacking Pedro and really I thought, there was a couple times where I'm like, all right, he might get his first win, but it's Pedro. Pedro Pablo, you're not going to beat this. You're not going to beat the South American goat.
Sammy Reaper picks up the win over Pedro Pablo for his first win in the 6-7 months now we've been we've been having weekly SPO wrestling shows. And he's been on just about every one of them, and this is his very first victory.
Pedro went for that spinning back elbow. Sammy swooped in, hooked him, pinned him. So overall, this was a very good back and forth match. But surprisingly enough, Mr. Reaper gets his first W in SPO.
And for as hard as I've been on him since I started seeing him every week, I couldn't be more proud right now.
You deserved it, Sammy. I wish it wasn't on Pedro. But Pedro's got a lot of work to do right now. And end of the match, Gumar comes out and is essentially trying to get him to sign his soul to her. Not his soul, but when you sign with Angel Orsini, you're kind of signing your soul.
It's more than just a business contract, if you know what I mean.
So we'll see what Pedro decides to do. Hopefully next week we got a little bit more of a definitive answer on that. Hopefully he doesn't. We don't want to see Pedro become the bad guy.
No, man, I like being able to cheer for Pedro. He's a good dude, and I'd like to see him win on his own. But if he doesn't think that he can get that done, we'll see what happens when Angel Orsini gets her claws into him. Well, before the next match, we had a pre-recorded video segment, Joey Janela promo.
Yeah, he's excited to carry on Trent's legacy. Hey, man, do PWU proud. That's all I can say. Keep that legacy title shining bright, because guess what? Kid Legend's coming for it.
Next up, we had a special attraction tag match. This one featured Tarzan Duran teaming with Lucas Twitch Disangro against, and I have to check my notes here, Sparrow. It was our first time seeing him at SPO, and Kaiden Hernandez. Seen him a few times.
Yeah. Kaiden's been in a couple matches. And dude's a powerhouse. He's a behemoth.
Yeah. So the story of this match basically came down to can Tarzan and Twitch get along?
The answer was an absolute no.
They were competing with each other more than they were competing with their opponents. Their opponents were just there to take the brunt of their attacks.
Yeah.
And otherwise, it was just one-upsmanship all the way.
Yeah, definitely some entertaining moments, bantering between Tarzan and Twitch. Check out, we'll have video clips of that up. You can even go watch it on the SPOcast, on SPO on YouTube. But yeah, no, it was a hard-hitting match, when they were focused on fighting and not one-upsmanship.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they picked up the win. I didn't even know he was going to be there tonight. I was super ecstatic to see him on the card.
Always a pleasure.
And he's definitely one of my top guys. He throws down. He's passionate. And he really works well on his feet, because I have a feeling that this Tarzan team-up wasn't playing.
Like we said, Tarzan and Twitch get the win despite themselves.
Definitely my match of the night. There's a lot of great spots that happened.
Sparrow didn't really get in too much offense, but when he did, he looked really good, and he showed he can take a beating.
Oh, that's for damn sure. But yeah, great match. Definitely my match of the night. Anytime Tarzan's in the ring, I'm always impressed. And Twitch definitely, he's not let me down.
Next up, we had a triple threat match between All Natural Diego Toral versus Devlin Ridley versus Olgo Nelly.
I was actually really excited to see Devlin Ridley's back. It's been a long time. He had a match with Tarzan a couple months
Way
ago.
back, yeah.
Yeah, and man, they were just going at it. Definitely hope he's back around more.
Yeah, I'd love to see him around more often.
Yeah.
Put up a great fight in this match, but wasn't good enough.
I mean, listen, the bottom line is right now, All Go Nelly is all go. Like, he's just been an unstoppable force these last couple months. And he's a great wrestler. He's very technical. He's just cocky and he's got a big ego. And, of course, in wrestling, that plays to your favor. But, even All Natural, that dude was thrown down. All Natural Diego.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, he was. I've never seen him wrestle before.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with him.
And wow, like powerhouse. Got a lot of good moves. But another one where ego got to him and, he was more focused on the braggadocio, and that's why he wound up getting the L.
Yeah, like we said, Olgo Nelly with the win, and
he stole the win.
Yeah, but honestly, that's another W in the column, and this kid's unstoppable.
Yeah.
Next up, we had a gauntlet match. KTB came out first. Second was Logi P.
Somebody in the crowd behind me was like, "Damn, look at that spray tan!" And like when I actually paid attention
He
and
did
like
have
looked at him,
awful spray tan. Yeah,
my man was in competition with Robbie Illuminati
for the worst spray tan in SPO.
Yeah.
So Logi P got destroyed in like less than 2 minutes.
Destruction.
Out next was Clockwork Dylan Shaw.
And I was happy to see him get stomped by KTB.
Yeah, took a little bit longer than I expected.
Yeah, he was in there. I was like, okay, he might have a fighting chance, but nope.
And then the final entrant in the gauntlet was Stife. Seeing Stife run out to the ring and seeing the size comparison, your mind goes places. It takes you on a little journey. That was not what happened. Like, Stife put up a hell of a fight.
Listen, sheer size. Stife's a little dude.
Yeah.
And fighting KTB, that dude's a behemoth. You're absolutely 100% like Stife threw down. Stife was on attack. He used his size and speed to make sure he really barreled down on KTB. But,
in the end, it wasn't enough. KTB with the victory, but that wasn't it. After the match, Death Proof came out, and they had a little, they had some one-upsmanship between them.
Yeah.
Of all the corpses that KTB left scattered around ringside, that KTB would pick up a body and do a move on them, and then Death Proof would go ahead and do a move on them, and yeah, and I feel really bad for Logi P and Dylan Shaw and Stife, because not only did they take a beating and lose very quickly in a gauntlet match, but then that post-match abuse, that was just brutal.
Yeah. But, ultimately in the end, the words that were said by Death Proof were, "I'll see you next Friday." So what we're hoping for is that we get a Battle of the Behemoths.
We need to see that. KTB wants that competition, and we've seen Death Proof before. He can go.
Oh, yeah.
He's got size. He's got ability.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a good match.
What match was after that?
Well, next we had intermission.
Intermission.
So coming back from intermission, we had an in-ring segment with Angel Orsini, JP Grayson, and they're just going on about how Angel should be commissioner, and how bad of a job Don Montoya is doing, and how much better of a job Angel would do, and didn't sit well with Don Montoya, so he came out
Came out with his fancy new sports jacket. Like, looking all spiffy, Don. Normally he just comes out in his button up. He got a little jacket on tonight.
Well, he was looking sharp.
Yeah. And, essentially he challenged Orsini to a debate 2 weeks from now, March 6th, which was a Friday. So make sure you make it out. Friday, March 6th, to the SPO Arena, a.k.a. the Pro Wrestling Star Academy.
22 King Street, Mount Holly, New Jersey.
There you go. And then the next week after the debate, they will have the voting. So we'll get to vote on who we want to, be our new commissioner or stay our commissioner.
Next up, we had a video package. This video depicted Tarzan Duran confronting Malik Makavelli and the Golden Child, Nigel Carter, in what looked like the SPO Arena / Pro Wrestling Star Academy parking lot.
Well, first off, Malik and Golden Child were just walking through talking about how, they've been crushing it, killing it together. They're both, in sync and connected. Then out of nowhere, Tarzan Duran just pops up, and they're like, whoa. And he's like, nah, man, I've just been messing with you guys to make you better, to push you. Because, the only way you're going to get better is if you're challenged. And, he made it up, we're cool, man. We're cool. We're all good. So, I'm curious to see where this goes.
It was my impression that Tarzan set them up with this tag match.
Okay.
That's how he's pushing them. That's how he's... So they were up against James Gray and Stray Cat Damato. And
all day. James Gray, all day.
I'll tell you what. James Gray can work.
Dude, that's my dude right there.
No, he's,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I saw a different side of him tonight. He wasn't as, normally when he comes out, he kind of interacts with the fans a little bit. Tonight he went straight to work. So, I don't know what's going on with James Gray, if he's just kind of, focusing now more on trying to win matches and that versus, cater to the crowd.
So, Malik and Nigel looked really good together.
Yeah.
They look like they've been doing some training together. They got a little bit of that teamwork going on.
Absolutely.
They looked very good. It was a very even match for most of the match until James Gray decided,
I'm out.
Yeah, I just, here, you deal with this.
So he got fed up with Stray Cat and wanted to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
And then that led to, can't remember, I think Malik got the pin on him.
I think it was Malik, yeah.
Yeah. And literally, because as the 3 count was happening, I was just panning over to James, who's just walking out the building. He's like, I'm out. I'm over this. Malik and Golden Child, Nigel Carter, pick up the W. Good job, guys.
Golden Child. Next up, we had a newcomer to the Pro Wrestling Star Academy in SPO. Aaron Ortiz taking on Bobby Casale.
So we saw what Bobby did last week. We see what he's capable of. The dude, Bobby Casale is a beast. Aaron, didn't know who he was. This is his first time at the academy. And that kid, wow.
Yeah, I would love to see more of him. That kid can go.
Yeah. And he was giving Bobby a run for his money, which, from what we saw last week, the only way that you're able to really do that is if you're the same size as Bobby. Aaron, he's not tiny by any means.
No.
But
maybe skinny.
Skinny, yeah. There's definitely a difference between the two, and he shined though, and ultimately,
yeah, Casale pulled off that dub
with a crazy finisher.
Yeah,
I've never seen that move before. I'd love to know what he calls it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get more information about that one.
Yeah,
but very good match. Probably my match of the night.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll say it. That was my match of the night. I was very impressed with Ortiz and Casale. We saw what he could do last week, and I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot more of him. I'm already fantasy booking him in my mind against people like KTB. So very happy with that match.
Absolutely. Great match.
Next up, we had the contract signing for tomorrow night's ladder match between Deklan Grant and Pat Dynamite. for the Silver Skywalker title.
It went pretty much how we all expected it in terms of like initial, Deklan coming out being like, oh, blah, blah, I don't want to deal with you, Pat. Just, whatever. Fooling around, sign the contract. Let me borrow Don's glasses to read it, blah, blah, blah. We saw a different side of Pat tonight.
Yeah, Pat was
antagonizing.
Just kind of ruthless.
Pat was really sneezed on him. He spit water on him. He removed his hat to clean his face. And then he dumped half a bottle or damn near full bottle of water on him. And, that caused the whole locker room clear out.
Yeah. That got crazy. We were so close. I couldn't see anything that was going on. There was just bodies everywhere.
Bodies and screaming.
Until it kind of spread out a little bit and Deklan was pushed toward the ramp side of the ring and kind of escorted out of the ring, but didn't want to leave right away. Ultimately, they got him out of there.
Yeah.
It's going to be such a great match tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Or tonight, depending on when you're watching this.
Next, we had our main event. This match featured the Italian Tank with Cowboy Pete versus SPO champion Billboard Bill Gold! So this match is exactly what you would expect from the Italian Tank and Billboard Bill Gold. This was a big old hoss fight.
Meat, chopping meat.
Yeah. It started out a little bit slow, and then just
erupted. Dude.
Yeah, just blew up.
And Billy was tossing the Tank here and there, and I'm like, oh my god, like he's called the Italian Tank for a reason. But Billy did the underhook freaking suplex.
Yeah.
And oh my god, like that right there was a ring shaker.
At one point the Italian Tank had gotten him up and over with some kind of maneuver. I don't remember what it was. And turned around and was like, did you see that? I got him. And turned to Cowboy Pete, and by the time that happened, Bill was back on his feet and stalking the Italian Tank.
I did what he does best. Championship chop, baby. Them champ chops.
So loud.
But yeah, that ring was a shaking with these two just giant men just beating each other down. It was great. And our champ won. Billboard Bill
retains the SPO championship. No doubt about it, honestly. That was the night. Not gonna lie, we've seen way better nights at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy, but at the same time, it was a great show.
It was a phenomenal show. Definitely didn't live up to the caliber of like last week per se. However, I will say that I've been enjoying seeing a lot more new faces.
Absolutely.
Like tonight was half the card was new faces.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to tonight I guess it would be tomorrow night. Well, right now it's still, Friday the 20th, but tomorrow night we have PWU, Mad Love, and that's going to be killer.
Yeah. Got a really good show lined up.
If you want to learn more, go watch the Tuesday cast from last week. You'll see us all make predictions for, who's going to win, who's going to lose, and who's going to lose in our group and get the big Bill chop. But tomorrow night, Mad Love, make it out. Go out and see. Support local. Support indie. It's so much better. So much better. So amazing. You actually get to connect with the wrestlers and see the wrestlers and be a part of the true experience inside of that arena.
Yeah, honestly, it's not a big place. It's just an amazing place to see a show, though. Well, I believe that's everything, and I managed to save a little bit for the end. Check out Mad Love. Check out SPO Wrestling every Friday night, not only at 22 King Street in Mount Holly at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy, but on YouTube at SPO Wrestling. Anyway, that's all we've got for this time. Till next time. Cheers.